Hey guys, how's it going? Markel here, back with another video, and I'm using the front-facing camera of my Moto G200 by Motorola. I currently have it sitting on the DJI gimbal, the Osmo 4 gimbal that is, and I'm able to operate it through the gimbal. That's how I can move side to side, hands-free. But I wanted you to see what the front-facing camera looks like and sounds like, and what kind of dynamic range it has, because those windows are blown out. There is no bokeh, so there's no depth of field. Everything is clearly in focus. You can see some details on both sides, and I'm clearly in focus. So this is what you should expect. The max it goes on this front-facing camera is 1080p at 30 frames per second. But I will upscale everything in post to 4K. So with that said, let's get this video started. So it's been a little more than 3 weeks. I know the title says 10 days, but it's been more than 10 days with this phone. I don't use it every day. I kind of switch between other phones, but I have gone back to using it here lately. So in this video, I primarily just want to talk about the video quality as well as the cameras, because that's really what most people care about. The screen itself is a 1080 display. It goes up to 144 Hertz. But mainly what this video is about is the cameras and the video quality. So I have a lot of photos that I want to share with you guys, as well as some video from the front-facing camera, which you guys saw in the beginning. Again, that's 1080p at 30 frames per second. You do not get the opportunity to change that. So it is what it is. And then on the rear cameras, you get 4K up to 60 frames per second, but this camera also has the ability to shoot 8K, but without it being on some type of gimbal or on a tripod, it's pretty much trash. So I wouldn't even count on using the 8K unless you're gonna film something or film yourself, you know, pretty steady on a tripod, not doing a whole lot of movement or anything, because there is no image stabilization when it comes to 8K at 24 frames per second. When it comes to the photo quality though, on the rear camera, I really do like the rear camera when it comes to just basic photos. And this camera offers a lot of different modes and settings for people who take a lot of group selfies. There's a particular mode for that where you can just take the camera and go from left to right. Or when it comes to like just basic video quality as well, there is stabilization in 4K 60, 4K 30, 1080p. There is stabilization, but I still prefer to use my gimbal, my Osmo gimbal from DJI. That gets it even smoother, and I'll still occasionally use it sometimes with some of my other devices as well. And then when it comes to night mode, you know, it's not the best, obviously. This is considered a budget device, so I wouldn't put it in the category, you know, with the Pro iPhones or even the Pixels. Even the budget Pixel, it's not on that level, but it takes decent enough photos for you to put on social media. So overall, my thoughts when it comes to camera quality on the Moto G200. It's good, I wouldn't call it great. If you were asking me for a letter grade, with A being the best, I would say this is probably a B-, C+ camera. Sometimes it produces some really good photos, and then sometimes it kind of misses. Which is kind of strange for 108 megapixels with a flagship processor in it. You would think that each photo would be much better, but sometimes it does miss. So not exactly sure what that part's about, but it can get by on social media, especially with a lot of compression with some of these apps and different social media sites. With the compression that it has, it'll be hard for people to distinguish. But anyway, guys, hey, I appreciate everybody watching as always. And until the next time, guys, I am out. Peace.